Yeah, hi all. Good morning and good evening, guys. This is Rahul here. Can you all able to hear me? Could you please confirm on this?
அப்பா நேத்து வெட்டு தான் அன்னைக்கு வெட்டலாமா டெய்லி யார் வெட்டுதா வெட்டி கொஞ்ச நாள் வச்சு வெட்டினேன் இப்பெல்லாம் வெட்டலாம் நேத்து வெட்டி தண்ணி ஊத்துனது இங்க வரல இங்க வேற முடியா இருக்கும் இங்க நான் வரலையே
Guys, can you please go on mute like if you are not talking to me? Uh, because if you have any queries, you can unmute yourself and you can ask. But we'll start the session at in 5 minutes, guys. Let me share my screen. I hope you all able to view my screen.
Yes, sir, we can view your screen.
Okay then. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for confirmations.
Yes, sir, I can able to see here.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So we will start in another 4 minutes. So we are waiting for others to join. Then we'll start in couple of minutes.
Yeah, Pritam. Hello.
Hello,
Yes.
sir. One kind request: if you can mute all the participants because we'll be hearing unwanted sounds and disturbances. If you
Correct.
can,
Correct.
yeah,
I'll do that. I'll do
mute
that.
all of us once you start.
Yeah, I did. I did. Thanks for information. Yeah. If anybody wants to talk in mid of the session, you can feel free to put it in the chat or unmute yourself and you can ask questions, guys. So you can do it on yourself. You can unmute yourself, or if you are not able to do, like you can ping me in the chat, then I will unmute you. You can ask your queries. Okay, so we'll start the session now. I mean, there are a few more participants are expected to join. So on while they're joining it, maybe we can bring them along with us. Okay, okay, guys. So I mean, if you are not able to hear me at any point of time, please do let me know by unmuting yourself, or you can ping me. I will monitor the chart also here and there. Okay, so we'll just start with like what we are going to do as part of this session, and how are you going to learn, and how are you going to achieve the target, means to becoming an expert in Python programming. So before I start with the history of Python, like why Python and what was Python just couple of years before, and why it is been more famous now. So all those reasons, I hope that all of you are aware of this, but still some point that I want to bring you, like for example, Python was developed long back. I mean, during 1989 it was developed. So I'm not taking the class, just a history I'm telling you guys. It was developed on 1989, sorry, but it is become more popular on past couple of years, maybe past 5 years or so. So why it was not that famous earlier, to 2015? Why it is famous from 2014 and 15 to till now? The reason is, uh, see, once the Python was released in the market, I mean, people are hesitate, they are worried, like, is it right technology to use or not? Because they don't want to take up any risk by using the new technology. The lot of challenges are there in using the new technologies, like they need a right resource, they need a resource capacity, but we will not get more resource on new technology. That is the one challenges, that it took more time to become more popular. See, there are a couple of projects who took the risk of using the Python and have proven that Python is the right technology to use on their business. The companies are like YouTube, Google, Dropbox. These are the company, right? YouTube, see, for each and every hour, for 1 hour of time, 24 hours of video is getting uploaded. So user across world, they are just uploading the videos. Nowadays YouTube is become one of the business channel. Like everybody start opening their channel, or they start putting their recording, and whenever the people see their channels, they are getting paid money. So what happen is, there are a lot of videos getting uploaded, but still it is manageable. And when we search something, it's all giving us the result in much faster, because YouTube is using Python in the backend. And Google also, Google search engine, the algorithm that they use, they built using Python. So after it's been proven by YouTube, Google, and Dropbox, such a companies, then it is proven that okay, this is the right technology to use it. And all another thing is, I hope you guys all might have heard about these technologies, like big data with Spark, Hadoop and Spark, and artificial intelligence, which is, I will short in the, I mean, I'll write in the short notice, guys. Artificial intelligence, which is ML, machine learning, deep learning, and the natural languages processing, all those things, and IoT, even cloud. So all these technologies are using Python. So when I say Python, so are they developed using Python? No, not everybody is developed using the Python. So what did they was, okay, okay, guys, please confirm if I'm audible. Is it any issue in my voice? Once
No,
I'm
yes.
No, no.
Is it audible now? Okay, thank you guys. Like if you have any challenges, do let me know. Okay, all right. So what I was telling is, these technologies, which is a trending technology in the market, so along with Python. So big data was using Python. AI ML also was using Python, because when they developed the technology like big data, AI, IoT, and all, what did they do was, they developed on their own language. But what Python did, how Python came into the picture was, Python developed the one library which used to, I mean, which is helping to achieving the task in easy fashion, instead of going for a big programming concept. So if you go for a Spark, people who ever have an idea about Spark, Spark uses the language called Scala. It was developed by using Scala originally, and later there is a new library that was released as PySpark. Now there are lot of opening in the market for PySpark because it simplifies the user task. We don't want to write so many lines of code, and we don't want to write a complex algorithm. So everything is there already, pre-written library available in Python. So we just use that. That's it. Our task is we need to use that library and we need to call the corresponding function. So with that, we can achieve the big complex program. Like if you take the machine learning, there are a couple of libraries I can note, like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, or Cbon, and predominantly scikit-learn and some other things. Okay, so these are the libraries which is widely used. 90% of your task, even not 90, 95% of your task with this library. If you go for machine learning, deep learning, there are some other libraries are available. Keras, TensorFlow, a lot of things for I mean the deep learning and NLP. These are the Python library which is available to take care of making the big data program or artificial intelligence program in easy way. We don't want to worry about that. Nowadays, AutoML also coming into the market. What is AutoML? You don't want to write the program. When you give the data to the machine, that machine itself will understand which algorithm that it has to use, and it will build a model again that is built using the Python. Okay, IoT also they are using Python as a core part. Cloud, we know, be it AWS or GCP or Azure, anywhere we go, they are using Python as one of their default technology in their algorithms. So to write your own logic on this cloud, they have given a couple of options. You can either use Python or Java or some other technology, but whether other technologies are there or not, Python will be there as one of the technology. So now that's why market looks for people with Python knowledge. Like whether you are good in big data or artificial intelligence or IoT or cloud, still the company is looking for, if you are very good in Python, they are believing that recruiting you, you can be trained in new technology, or if they want you to work on the Python itself, yes, you are fit to work on the Python technology. But you should have the complete knowledge. Okay, so this is similar to, like, before you start reading the paragraph or writing the letters, if you learn ABCD, right? The same way, like, Python is the base for everything in the market. And I can assure that for another 10 years, if you know Python, you can survive, you can continue to work in IT without any condition, being it recession or not, no worries. Like if you know Python, you can very well continue to work in IT for another 10 years for sure, because Python plays very, very crucial role in IT nowadays. That's why, I mean, everywhere we go, if you say that you know Python, okay, people will look you at in different way. Like he's a big person or he knows new technology called Python, because they value it. When I say Java, I'm not degrading Java, guys. Java was one of the most widely used technology for web development. I strongly agree that, but everybody knows Java. Maybe lot of people, even school people who are working on doing their college and even school also, they started learning Java. But Python, not everybody is aware. Nowadays, they started learning Python, but the thing is that the value for Python knowledgeable person is very huge, because having the Python with you, you can learn any of these technologies that I have written. Okay, that's why market is wanted Python as the must wanted technology. And there are a lot of openings. 70,000 openings is there worldwide in 2020 itself. But due to the corona situations, a corona pandemic, it's not been fulfilled, and it may be postponed to the next year. There are a lot of openings available because I'm engaged with a couple of companies. Maybe I will open my profile after a couple of minutes. Then I'll show you like what are the companies that I'm engaged in terms of requirement, in terms of interviewing, or in terms of consultant. I'm working for multiple companies in terms of anything. It's in Python or big data or artificial intelligence. These are my technology. This is not my technology, but I'm aware of that. Okay, they are using Python also. So I am certified in the cloud, Azure and AWS. So I'm using S3, and as part of our training, we'll be using cloud also for creating the database connection, and we will make a connection from Python program to the cloud to working on the database. So a lot of things we'll be discussing. Okay, so that's why like Python is one of the most wanted technologies in the market. Then what we do with Python? We can do the web application development. We can do the lot of programming, network programming, database programming, and mainly it is used for all these artificial intelligence, big data, and different other technologies. Okay, okay, guys. So yeah,
Ramesh,
yes, yes,
sorry to disturb you. This is Jairaj here from Chennai.
yeah, Jaraj.
I'm working as a Windows VM admin.
Okay,
So Python will it improve my career growth?
definitely, definitely it will do that. I mean, see, Python has a library for everything. Even there was only one gap that was there in Python was it is not supporting for the mobile application development, which is in mobile app development like iOS and Android. But nowadays there is a library that is available for even to support uh, iOS and Android. It's the community is developing it. They released the initial versions and they are going to release the stable versions maybe by end of this year. They Python has a, I mean, library for everything. We don't want to worry
No,
like,
that's okay, Ramesh.
yeah,
Basically, I'm a system admin guy.
okay. Yes, all the administration tasks you can very well do it in Python. So you can tell me any one task that you are doing it. I can tell you like how do you achieve it in Python. Okay. So everything is possible in Python technology. You can write a administrator task or web application development, networking task, automation testing task, and different programming and database operations, file operations, and regular expression operations, and object oriented programming and functional oriented programming, procedural programming. It does lot. So it's very complex to say we don't have any. I mean, it's very easy to say Python support for everything, but very complex to say Python is not supporting for something. Okay, because it,
That's
yeah,
Ramesh. That's okay, Ramesh.
yeah,
But I'm a system admin guy.
okay,
How Python will help me? How I'm not sure about. I'm a VMware and a Windows admin guy.
yes,
So
yes.
system admin guy, basically. So I don't know how Python will help me out because
I
I'm very familiar in PowerShell commands.
Okay, I got it. The Windows shell, right? PowerShell.
Yes,
One
yes,
second, I'll
Windows
just
PowerShell commands. I'm not sure. That's what I'm asking. Python will surely help you out.
it definitely will help you out. Maybe I can right away show you. There is one window. This is a VMware. I just used it. Maybe I can. So this is for other training program that I'm handling it. So this is the VMware which was developed. I mean, we written Python program to connect to the VM to create the VM machines and to work on the VM. So this VM like I can maybe show you in detail. So CentOS VM I created and inside that I installed a VM machine. It is completely managed with Python program only. We can do lot more things in Python. Everything is there in Python. I mean, as a library. We don't want to write our own logic. It's all available as a library. I mean, library. We have to use the right library at right usage. That's all. So this is the
You mean to say that it's like a module?
yes, it's all available as a module. This is a VM I created for big data training,
Ramesh,
not for
you mean to
Python.
say that it's a like library means it's a module?
Yes, module like it's a module package library are same but
Hello.
different technology using the different terminologies. But if you take technology called Perl programming, we'll say package, but here we'll say as a library. You can interchange it, that is okay. I mean, we can call it as a module or package or library, but mainly people globally they call it as library in terms of when they are coming into the Python programming. Okay, got it.
So Ramesh, Sam here. Will you cover Django also? Actually, I'm looking for web development using Django. So will you cover it?
I'll just tell you that what are the topics that we are going to cover. So we will be mainly covering. I'll just list out few things, please. See, we'll be covering all the basic like data structures in Python. I hope you all aware of this. I mean, any program you go. We'll learn these data structures in Python, and we'll learn about conditional statement, looping statement. Those are the basic things, but still we will learn how it works in Python programming. And next to that, we'll discuss about how data structures, or I can say decorators and generators. These are very important features available in Python, which make your program to be very simpler and very powerful. And functions. Function in Python we will write as a definitions. We don't call it as a function. We call it as a definitions, and we will see about serialization. And we'll look at about file operation. When we discuss about file operation, we'll discuss about how we handle the different files. Like it could be a text file, CSV file, or JSON file, and different format file. And we'll discuss about DB operations, database operation. How do you connect to the database? For this, what we do, we'll create a database in a cloud, maybe in AWS or Azure or GCP. Wherever we have an account, we'll create a database in the cloud. Then we will make a Python program to talk to the cloud and to connect to with the database that is there in the cloud, and then we'll work on that. And we will discuss about regular expression, which is one of the powerful operations. And we'll discuss about yes, or I mean, exception handling. And object oriented programming in Python, or package creation. How do you create a package and modules? We'll say, right? We'll discuss about how do we create our own libraries, and we'll discuss about modules, mainly used modules like sys module, OS module, math module, and logging module, and argparse module. Argparse module just to take care of collecting the argument that is passed by the user during the program execution. And daytime module predominantly, because it's very important, time module. So we'll discuss about all these module one by one, all needed module, that is for sample. And also we'll use regular expression module when we discuss about RE, and we'll use the database module when we discuss about database. And we'll create couple of our own module. I'll give you the example of some scenario, some test, some business case, and then I will create a package. Then I'll show you guys how to create our own package and how do we use it in different programming. And we will discuss about oops concept. In oops we'll discuss about what is abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulations. How do you write a program, on which scenario that we need to use all this functionality, and what is the scope of the variable, and how do we achieve the big task to be done in easy way. So all those things will be discussed when it comes to the oops concept. And mainly we'll be discussing about very important multi-threading and multiprocessing. This is very important, and because it should be used for big complex programming. So we'll discuss about multi-threading, multiprocessing, and a couple of others like email functions, networking operations, network operation. How do you create an email? How do you send an email with attachment and to multiple people? Email operation, and we'll discuss about JSON operation or XML operations. And very important database data analytics library, like whatever I just mentioned in the note on the top, like NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. And if you guys are very interested, maybe I can show you one program. How do you use all these in machine learning? I will take one example of machine learning program, then I can show you, because having knowledge, having complete knowledge on these three library, you can very well say that you know 60% of the machine learning concepts. Or you can say that you are the 60% of the machine learning engineer. The remaining part is very few, maybe just writing the module. That's even very easier than working on these three. You can say 80% of the data analytics when you learn all these three along with scikit-learn and some other module. I'll discuss all those things. Okay, so coming to the and also we'll be discussing about the unit testing. How do you test your code? How do you write a program to evaluate your code that you have worked on as a development and all those things? And coming to the web development, we will be fully discuss on the Flask, and we'll give you the overview about Django. See, Flask is it's mainly used for the it was used for many projects until Django came, and still there are a lot of companies are using, and it is the only web application framework which is used for the machine learning projects. Why? Because it is a self-server framework. We don't want to go for Apache server or different server. This Flask itself has its own server. We can do that. Also, I will tell you how do you host your application in the cloud environment, maybe AWS or GCP. I will tell you. So here and there, whenever I get a possible, chance to use the cloud, I will very well use the cloud to show you more examples on the cloud itself, because nowadays all the companies are migrating their server to cloud from on-prem server. It was they were using on-prem server. Now all the companies are moving to cloud. So there are still in migration in progress. Some company was already migrated. There are few companies who are working on migrating their application or data, everything from on-prem server to the cloud server. So that's why, like, wherever it's possible to use the cloud functionality, when we discuss about all these topics, we will be using cloud widely. And Django is a MVT framework, model view template. I'll give you an idea, then I'll create one project on this. I'll definitely do that. See, I have a plan of doing the Django and Flask, but Flask is the one which one first we need to learn Flask. If you know the Flask very well, 100%, you can very well learn Django in easy way. So Django, the reason why Django is become much popular, because it support us to develop the web application in easy way or faster way. We don't want to put more effort, or we don't want to write a lot of things, because it it provides the template, whereas we need to plug in our code to make the application develop. I will definitely show you one project developing in the Django. So through that you will have good idea how to create a web development and how do you invoke the HTML and JSS file and JavaScript file and CSS file. So I will create all the links and connecting to the database. So everything end-to-end flow we'll be discussing. And one more thing, guys, what I want to cover. So all the topics from the basics to till end, whatever we are covering, everything will be hands-on oriented. I will not open the PPT. I will not use the PPT, but I will be sharing you the PPT to all of you. There is no doubt on that. But the thing is that I never show you the PPT. Share you the PPT. During the class. I never refer the PPT during the class, because the minute that we connect into the meeting, I'll be opening the IDE. We will be using different IDE, guys. We have to install Python 3.8. That is the latest version got released, and we'll be using IDE is coming. Ideally is coming along with that when you install it, and mainly PyCharm and Anaconda. Anaconda 3, which consists of Jupyter Notebook and Spider. There are a lot of software or a lot of development environment available for Python, but majority of the project, 95% of the project in the real-time corporate, they are using Python. And Jupyter Notebook is one of the best tool or best IDE for learning purpose. During your learning time, if you start writing the code in the using the Jupyter Notebook, you can very well able to understand, and if you are making any mistake, you can easily correct it without rerunning the complete code or lot of things. Okay, so all those things will be available. We will be discussing with the help of programming. I'll share my screen. I will start writing the program with the different possible scenarios, because about me, like, I have 15 plus years of experience, guys. Maybe I can open my PDF, profile that I'm sharing to.
One second, Ramesh.
Yes. Yes.
Ramesh, Ganesh here.
Yeah, Ganesh.
Yeah. So you spoke about all the components that you are going to cover, which looks like more into the app side. Okay.
Mhm.
So there are people. I think people might have joined from the system administrative perspective. I mean the domain people.
Okay.
Like DevOps side, are you going to cover CI/CD, like infrastructure as a code related operations through
See, DevOps is a
Python?
different subject. Do you agree that?
I know, I agree, but for the system admin guys, right? So there are a
I
lot
can
of
tell
things to do
you
the
how do you
automation. Yeah.
write a pipeline in using Python program. See, those are something like requests that comes. How do you do it in Python? I can very well do that. There is no doubt. These are the primary topics we'll cover, and anything that participants asking, I will definitely write a code. I will show them, example how to do that. Maybe when it comes as DevOps, maybe you go for Azure DevOps. I will tell you from the version control tool how it goes to master node by takes. Whenever you are committing the changes on the GitHub or Akira or CVS or different version control tool, how it's been picked up by the DevOps concept and how it's running
Okay.
the pipeline and how it running the test cases also and how it is deploying into the master node and to the production environment. I can run through all the flow and during the pipelines, how do you write a programming using the Python? I can very well show that. See, this is the
So,
primary thing that we'll be covering. Anything
so
that
you mean to say,
yeah,
for system admins also it is useful. I mean,
definitely. See, the course is, when I say the topics, these are the primary topics, and on additional topics, whenever you guys wanted to do based on your project need, you can let me know. I can very well write a code because I have more than 9 years of experience in Python itself. Because my overall experience is 15 plus, but for past 9 years, because I was the one of the resource who started working on Python in beginning stage itself. I was working
okay,
with a company called Nokia. Who was very big company a couple of years before, maybe 9 years before. They are one of the
understand.
yes very big company, and they started using Python, and I was the one person who deployed into the Python. By the time, I did not have a chance to get a help from colleagues or from internet or anywhere, because that was the initial stage that I engaged. Then I struggled a lot to learn everything, to collect the details. So that that is one of the great things that I faced to make myself to become a master in Python. So because I struggled a lot, I did everything on my own. Then it made me to understand everything in Python program. And from there, I love Python because it's makes your work very simpler and very easier. And this end of this training, guys, all of you, you can choose your career as a support engineer, Python support engineer, or developer, or admin, you can say the architect. Any role that you want to take based on your experience, you can say that you know Python, or you are a Python architect, or you are a Python developer. See, whatever the role that you would like to do, you can very well take it, and you can very well say that I'm a Python architect. Any question they ask, you can very well answer them, because I'm also working as a consultant interviewer. I will go for interviewing for companies, big companies in India. So I will evaluate the people. They comes with very basic knowledge, but they say that they are working for past 8 years or 7 years. But we will cover more than that. Even what real time working people are aware of that, we will cover much more than that, because we will do everything programmatically, hands on oriented. I will be sharing you the assignment and exercise both. Assignment is something that you need to write on your own. Exercise is something that I will be sharing you with the question and answer. When I say question and answer, it's not a MCQ question base. That queries, how do you write a program, or how do you achieve that in Python programming. So I'll do all those things. That's what I want to show you. For example, if it is a big data, how I am doing that. Lot of things. I have the lot of PDF that will be shared to the candidates for working on the big data. Maybe see these many PDF. Similar to that, I have the PDF for Python also, that will be shared whenever we cover a particular topic. Relevant PDF will be shared. You need to work on those PDF exercises, and you will get, if you have any queries, that will be discussed on the next day session. That's how that we go. We don't go with just sharing the PPT and reading out what is there in the PPT. We don't do that. We will do everything in hands-on oriented. So the first day itself or second day itself, we will start installing this IDE. You all need to install it, and you have to work along with me. Maybe I mean, that's the one thing that I will say. I will put 100% of effort. If you put 60% of effort out of this, you can very well play any one of these four, because we don't skip any topic, we don't skip any informations. We will cover everything, because this is not the first time I'm taking the class, guys. Maybe when I open the profile, you guys may get some idea. Let's take something. So I'm taking care of machine learning, big data, Perl, Python, but primary technology is Python. That is, I mean, no doubt. Say for example, the latest 2004 5, okay, anyone if I take. One second, guys. Okay, I'll tell you guys. There are a couple of queries. I'll tell you. So these are the companies where primarily I'm engaging as a trainer and as a consultant. So any project they bring as the new project, I'll be working with them for designing that project and conveying the information to the developers team. Then how it has to be completed and what are the way that they need to achieve the project. So these are the company primarily I'm engaged in my area. So Infosys, Capgemini, HCL, Wipro, Maverick, Mobile, Emphasis, Linux, L&T, Ericsson, RBS, and City is the one that because I'm engaging with them for past 2 months, and there are a lot of WebEx training I conducted, so not less. One second, guys. There are some people are joining. I'm just admitting them. Okay, so I deliver the training when it comes to Python. It's 68. It's not up to date because it's updated a couple of months before. I deliver the training more than 70 plus, and different way of handling the team, classroom sessions, WebEx session, and also the I mean online session, like online or WebEx or classroom session, and something which comes on like guest lecturers. So some company they will want to cover some query and answer. Maybe they have some queries on their development. They will arrange a day of clearing their queries, clarifying their queries to proceed with their development. They may got stuck in the development activity. They may not able to do that. Whereas I will engage, then I will sort out their issues. So a lot of a different channel I'm just doing all this work. Okay, so that's what I want to convey. Like when you join the session, you please make sure that you are dedicatedly spent time, maybe 1 month or whatever the days that we are bringing. You spend this much, this 1 month particularly to learning Python. Then after a month, you will see the benefit for another 10 years, even more than that, because in your career you can travel with Python for very long time. As the current scenario, you can be with IT for another 10 years if you are very good in Python. That is the one thing I know, because since I'm engaging with multiple company and multiple business, it's very well, I mean, they are agreeing that for another couple of years, maybe 10 or 10 plus, they will use Python for their project. So that is what we are going to cover, guys. The whatever the project that we deliver, whatever the, I mean, uh, training that we deliver, we see people are responding back saying that they got a job into the new company and they are changed their company and they are traveling to on-site after they learned Python, and they moved from manual testing to the development activity or support to the development project. So we are hearing lot of information from the participants on each and every batch. They will respond to us and they will talk, I mean, share their happiness to us, saying that they have got a different offer from different company for high pay, or they moved from support to the development and manual testing to the testing or automated testing or development team. So a lot of success stories we have it. So those and all will be shared, I mean, to all of you. Like when I'm conducting the session, I may get some message, then I can share you very well, as a real time example to all of you guys. Okay, so that's what I say. If I will definitely put 100% effort for making you all to learn or be an expert in Python. If you parallelly put 50 to 60% of effort from your side, that's enough, that's more than enough to become an master in Python. So it's all up to you. Like dedicatedly spend for a month of time to learn Python, then you can do anything that you want in IT technologies, IT companies. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. What is the course duration and what is going to be the course time?
Yeah, that's what I want to share you guys. I mean, I saw
Okay.
the
Okay.
message. I mean, Could you all please make a note of this Amit contact? I mean, he is the business head, and I request you all to contact him, and he will share you. And this is the India number. People who are from other countries also, please join +91 along with the 10-digit India mobile number. And when you reach out to him, he will assist you by explaining or by clearing your queries in terms of the durations, the timings, and the course fee, and start date or end date, all those information. Yeah, I request you all to contact Amit Raj, who will very well help us, all of you guys. Could you all please take a screenshot or mark his number, and you can reach him through call or WhatsApp. He will definitely support us. Okay. Okay, guys. So
Ramesh,
yeah.
what is that? No career assistance. Will you be able to help us? If anything, no, we are going to know success something.
Sorry, can you come again? Career?
No, career changes. For example, if it is any companies, are looking for that Python, will you be able to help us something like that?
I can schedule a mock interviews, which is same as a company corporate interviews. Then you will understand where are you before you attend the interview, or maybe after completing the training program. You can refresh yourself with all the topics, and when you are ready to take up an interview, you can let us know. Then we will schedule 1 to 1.5 hours interview. Then we will that is a mock interview, something like similar to the corporate interview, because I'm taking the interview for different companies. I will take you the interview as like how it's been done in other companies. So before you attend the real interview, you can understand where are you.
Yeah, sure, that will do. Then again, you will be able to recommend someone if it is required
that
from
we
companies.
do.
Yeah.
Yes, that we do. I mean, we know like where is the opening, and based on your location, I can tell you, okay, there is an opening in Chennai or Bangalore or Pune or Gurgaon or different regions. We'll definitely share you the openings details. Okay.
Great.
Hello, Ramesh. One question. So, are we going to see some basics of Python today, or it is going to start only from tomorrow?
The session start from. I mean, that's what Amit will confirm when it is start. It could be tomorrow, or I mean, any day we are fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the day one itself, we'll start from installation. Yeah. Yes. Yes,
so
please.
this is just kind of an intro session. What will be covered? All those things.
It's just.
So Ramesh, this is Sibin here. I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask?
Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah. I am from a Linux background, and I'm already working on the cloud technology in Azure. And I'm actually looking for. I have got some task on doing a script to create some NSGs and all, like network security groups inside Azure subscription, like creating rules, for which I need PowerShell knowledge as well. So I mean, using this Python. I mean, I'm totally new to the script. I don't have any knowledge, but I have used the script to write and all. But this Python will help me to write a code to automate stuff in Azure as well, right?
Yes. See, if I want to tell
and
you.
One more question is, can you share me the can you share the certification path for Python? Like, how should we go and get a certification as well for Python? If you have some reference link, can you show it to us?
See, I mean, certification is, I mean, really in the corporate, I mean, nobody is looking for certification. That is the one thing that I want to tell you, because they want the knowledge. See, they will interviewing us, and if you are clearing that interview, they will very well take certification and all. Like if you go for a cloud certification, that is add more values. But for Python is a technology, I don't think so. Certification is
Ramesh,
mandatory.
your voice is echoing.
Okay. I'm just talking about the certification.
Ramesh, your voice was not clear.
1 second, please.
Yes.
1 second. I hope it's audible. If let me know, guys. So I'm just helping regarding this certification. Certification is not mandatory. Like if you really wanted to go for certification, there are Azure certified Python engineer and AWS certified Python engineer. There are courses are available where you have to pay just 12,000 rupees or 15,000 rupees, then you need to take Azure certified Python engineer or AWS certified Python engineer. So that information I will definitely share you, but I don't think so that you need that, because when you add the information in your profile that you are a Python or a developer or Python architect, see guys, after completing our training, you can very well put that you are working in Python for past 3 years. You will get more than that knowledge, but you can say that you are working in Python for past 3 years. You can very well face the interview. You can definitely clear the interview, no doubts on this. And certification, if you need, definitely I'll show you like how to take up the certification. You need to register it, and you have to take a slot for going for the examination, and you need to take the exam. So that is the one way I'll help you on that, guys, no worries. But we don't want to spend money for that, for certifications. So that's my personal things. But if your company demands it, or you get more value, maybe good appraisal or good promotions, if you have the certification, you can take it from the AWS or Azure or GCP. They are
Hello.
So I think he has stopped the meeting. I think
no,
the
no, no,
voice is
no,
not.
no, no, no. It is just I mistakenly, I mean, disconnected it, the link. Sorry, guys.
There is the
I
Sorry,
connected.
Ramesh.
audio
Yeah,
is not clear at all. Huh?
yeah, no, sorry, no.
Audio.
Yeah.
I
I'm
connected
sorry,
back.
Ramesh. Yeah, sorry, Ramesh. This is Sibinia. So I just lost you from the beginning. The voice was echoing and it was not clear.
Okay,
So
okay.
my question was like, I mean, I got to know some points from you where certification path on Azure and AWS.
Yes.
So I have done my certification in Azure, so AZ900 and AZ104, and I'm looking forward
The
for
AZ900 is the basics Azure certification, and that is not for
Yes.
Python. Now I'm
Yes.
telling you
So
that Microsoft Azure, they're offering the Python certifications, and AWS, Amazon, they're offering the Python certification course. I mean, which means you have to register for the certifications, and you need to take the exam. If you clear it, then you will be given the certifications.
so you mean we have a Python certification certificate that we received from Microsoft and
Correct. Yes.
Ramesh, I have one query. I think it is a repeat question again. As someone asked about them, suppose I am system admin,
Okay.
and how this Python will help me. I am knowing only PowerShell. I am not clear how Python will help me as a system engineer, system administrator.
Correct. See, PowerShell, it's equivalent to shell script, right? I mean, that is one question. When it comes to the Unix or different the OS like Unix or Linux, we'll write as a Unix shell scripting, and Windows side we'll go for the PowerShell script. The same thing we can we have the logic or technology to replace with Python. We can rewrite the entire thing in Python.
Okay.
See that the scenario, the people like how do this, maybe whoever having 10 plus of years of experience or even more, how they might have started their experience, they might have learned or joined as a shell script engineering, and from there they might have moved to Perl programming, and from there they are moving to Python. This is kind of a sequence that people are learning it. Couple of people, more than 50% of the people who comes to Python, and they might have been a shell script engineer or Perl programmer, and they have started learning Python because it's all relevant. You can syntax wise or logic wise, they all similar to each others. So the same thing, whatever you do on the Bash shell or the Windows shell, you can very well do it in Python programming. I will definitely show you with some programming on this with the help of sys and OS. This is the library that will be used for achieving those tasks. Then I will definitely show when we discuss about modules.
It is used for automation, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And
so that's what when you run the unit test, you'll be knowing like how do you write the test cases for your program before you deploying into the production. You can validate whether it works well, it gives the right result, or when you give the wrong result, does it throw the error, or all those things you can very well validate using the unit testing in Python.
Okay.
So yeah.
Ramesh, I have a couple of questions. What are the prerequisites to take this course?
Good. There is no prerequisites. It's even better if you don't know anything, or if you know anything. See, it's you come as a fresh mind. And one request that I will put in upfront to all of you, when we discuss about the topics, you can very well ask me by comparing the other technology, but you don't relate when it works in Java such a way why it is working in Python in this way. So you don't relate that. But if you have any queries on Java or .NET or C++ or different other programming language, I can personally clear your doubt. But you just concentrate Python as a one technology that you are learning as a dedicated technology without comparing to other technologies. You can compare it, or if you have any doubt, I can very well help you because I worked in Java and other technologies. I can able to relate you how it works in Java and how it is works in Python. But I request you all to do not compare Python with other technology. Take it as a fresh technology and start learning from the beginning, and you will get everything. So, guys, one
Okay.
thing like, see, I will not cover everything on the high level. Like if I want to cover the high level, why do I want to take a class? I don't want to take a class. I will very well ask you all to, guys, could you all please go through the Google and go for some Python tutorial that is there in the online? You can do that. But during the training, we'll have in-depth knowledge with programming, with covering all the possible different scenarios and how these concepts are using in real-time corporate. So all those things that we are going to discuss. That's how that we are making our participants, our students to be more successful in the market, to getting into the other job, or changing their project, or traveling to on-site, or they are getting some benefit out of it. Either way, if
Okay,
somebody,
Ramesh, can we have a small demo here today? Small demo.
yes, I can do that. Do you have any particular topics? So okay, I'll just
Ramesh?
yes.
So are you going to cover PySpark? And is
Um,
this course very much related to data science, or is it more towards data engineering as well?
Correct. See, we are learning the complete Python. I'll tell you. So I just said, like, when you have a knowledge on complete Python, Spark. If you have a knowledge on Spark, we'll be using lambda function and mapper function, map by key, I mean reduce by key, reduce by values. So reduce function and filter function. And in Spark, we'll be using RDD concept and how do we change one data set to the other data set, resilient distributed data set, and it's a immutable type. So a lot of concepts are there, right? Everything is being taken care by SpiceFar. But as this course is predominantly for Python course, we don't cover PySpark, but I can assist you. Like when I discuss about the map function, reduce function, filter function, and lambda function, I can tell you how it is being used in PySpark, how
Okay.
it's helping you to learn PySpark. Because when it's PySpark comes, or Spark comes, just RDD and all this changing one state to other state, and you are just asking it to print with the help of count functions and with the help of different functions. So I'll tell you how it is happening in Spark. Okay.
Ramesh,
Yeah.
can we have a small demo?
Sure, we'll do that. And we'll do that, guys. Any other queries you have before you go for some
Ramesh,
demo?
yeah, Ramesh, are we covering advanced topics in Python, right?
Yes, this is our advanced topics. I mean, we don't miss out anything. Regular expressions, database operation, exception handling, object-oriented programming, multi-threading, multi-concept processing, networking operations, and pandas. See, when we discuss about pandas, guys, it's
data structures are we?
Data structures, yeah, is there on top. Yeah, I mentioned it.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Ramesh, are you going to create lambda functions and then show us how to do that?
I'll show maybe
using the Python.
Correct. Yeah. Maybe I will take this as a demo.
Just a quick question, Ramesh.
Yeah,
that will be helpful. Yeah,
I'll do that. Yes.
Yeah, just a quick question. Before asking, what is the duration of this course that you are looking? Like how many hours, or how long it will take? Is it a month or
It will be a month. It will be a month of around 40 hours. So that's what I can give you the high level idea, but the accurate information I request you to touch base with Amit, who will help you in all those things. But I mean, as per the part of the previous batch that we are handling, it is a month of time. But Amit will have an idea like what is the plan for this batch. There will not be any much changes, but you will get the exact information from Amit. I request you to contact him through WhatsApp or call. He will assist us in all the way by clearing our queries.
The timing is basically that morning or evening. Is there any idea about that?
Okay, so the course will
It's
be
yeah.
like if I'm opting it, will it be one-to-one training or will it be one-to-many? How will it be?
It is a batch, right? Batch training. We'll connect with the
Okay,
batch
okay,
and
it's a
we'll
batch
talk to
training.
each and
Okay,
everybody, and we'll get a queries from all the people
okay,
in different angle. We'll clarify that. That way that you will get different perspective, like how others are taking up, how others are thinking, how others are raising the questions. That's really very helpful. If you ask one-to-one questions, so one-to-one, if you go for that, we may not able to understand in different angle. But when it comes as a batch of people, we will get more informations.
Yeah, I agree that Ramesh.
Yeah.
Is there any timing perspective for morning or evening? You have any idea about that?
Uh, that's how people are opting it. We can go for morning batch or evening batch. We can do that. Mainly we can, I mean, since people are from different region, different geography, so we want to cover everything. Most probably it will be in the morning, but if people are prefer to have it in the evening also, we can do that. But anyway, we will cover the time, we will schedule the time which is not affecting the office works.
Right, right, right.
Since we
Yeah.
are working professional, we don't want to have the meeting scheduled during your office hours. We'll schedule either before you start your office work or after you complete your work. Either way we'll do that. Okay.
So morning is fine for us.
Yeah, that, yes, that I request Amit to do that and we'll get more information. Okay. Okay.
One
how
more
many
thing,
people in a
Ramesh.
batch
If
will
we
take?
It is 4 weeks program. In 4 weeks we'll cover everything end to end by connecting every day. It's weekdays class, it's not weekend. We'll cover everything from weekday in Monday to Friday.
I mean, in each batch, how many people?
It's
In each batch, how many people?
50
Dear
members.
friends.
It's all
Sorry.
like, see, if you have the 20 people also, yes, we'll do that. On 50 also we do that, but it depends. Like, see how many people are joining, then we'll take. But
Ramesh,
yeah,
one more thing. If I miss any of the classes, if I have any work, then if I miss any classes, then how it will cover next class?
correct. So we will be recording each and every day from the time that when we start and until we end the class. We'll record it
Okay.
and we'll share the recording. If you are missing it, we'll share the recording. You can go through that recording, and if you want me to clarify you anything, then you can ask
Okay.
me. Then we'll take it in the Q&A. That we'll do that.
Sure. Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
no problem. Yeah. Okay, so since it has been asked to explain about the lambda function and all those things, maybe I'll quickly show one demo. Let me open the Jupyter notebook. So it will be taking little time to launch, and once it launch, then we can start working on it. Or else you can go for PyCharm. I have PyCharm and Jupyter notebook, and ideally anything that we can use it. Anyway, let's use Jupyter notebook. Yeah, it's launching now. Yes, I get open. Okay. Okay, lambda function. See, it's all like we will be covering after we discuss about the 0 to 8. I'll put discussing about the functions, but maybe I'll just tell you how it works. And people who are not able to follow, don't worry, guys, because it is a subsequence of the functions. But since some of us are very much interested in lambda functions, I'll just start discussing about that. You can see like how easy it is. Okay, see what is the lambda function? Maybe in every technologies that we use lambda. Lambda is nothing but it's just a one line function. anonymous functions. We don't use special keyword. Like in Python, we will be creating the function with the help of def keyword. So def and function name. So since we don't call it as a function, we call it as definitions. We create the function as def and definitions name. So in other programming, C programming, we'll be writing function and function name, right? Similar to that, we put def and function name. But here, how do you do that? We can just put lambda is the one line function. We don't use any def keyword. We don't store it. So it's just easy one line function. Maybe there is a two part. See, this is a colon. Left side of the colon is the input, and right side of the colon is the expression come output. So I can write like this. This is the input. And the right side of the colon is, it is expression, the operation or anything comes output. It will be return statement. It will be returning the result. So having this mind, for example, if I say lambda x is the one input. So if I want to square it, I'll put one thing else. I'll show you the different example. This is a one line function. I'll say square function is equal to something like this. Now, if I run this, what I can do, I can either press shift enter or control enter. So it's been run. When I put control enter, the current shell will run. It will not open the new shell. When I put the shift enter, it will run and it will open the new shell. That we'll be discussing on this. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'll put square of 100. You see what will be the result? It says 200. See this lambda function, left side of the colon is the input. What is my input? 100. This 100 is taken as a input, and right side of the colon is expression come return statement. So x 100 to the power of 2 is 100 star 2 multiplication operation. So 100 into 2 will become 200, and also it's been returned and it's been printed. So if I want to pass two number, and if I want to do, say I want to multiply both the numbers, or if I want to add both the number, or anyway, for example, if I want to collect two number, x comma y, I'm getting some people join guys. Okay, x comma y. So if I want to say x star y or x plus y or any operation, maybe we can go for some maybe some equation also, x plus y square or x, y is equal to mx plus c. A lot of functions we can do, but simply quickly I'm just showing the example. If I pass 100 comma 200, this 100 will be read with the value of x, variable name of x. 200 will be assigned to y. This is the input parameter. The output is this operation will be performed and we'll get the result returned. So 100 plus 200, 300 will be returned. Now if I run this, I can run like this also. What happened? Okay, I need to rerun this because I created with the x, then I changed it. I have not run this. Let's run this now and run this now. You'll get 300. When you make the changes, you have to run this once again so that it will be taking the latest changes. Otherwise, it will be there in the old version itself. Okay, we can do like this. See, just we don't write a def keyword. That will be knowing only when we discuss about how do you create a function, how do you call the function, and all those things. So if you want to approach this operation in a function, you have to write multiple lines of code. But here in lambda function, you don't want to write a big programming. It's all happening in one line. Then when you create it lambda function and you call it, you'll get the result to be done. Okay. See, this kind of things you can very well do that. Okay. For example, if you want to say what is the big number among two. So this is a small example I will show you guys, but when we discuss about the real class, we will discuss about how it is being used in the big data perspective. So what are the cases that we'll be using in this lambda function in big data? We'll be discussing. Say for example, if I write one function, lambda, I say a comma b, any name we can keep it, just a variable name. I'm taking the two number. What I'm doing that, I'm returning a if a is greater than b. Okay, or else I'm returning b. So what happens? If a is greater than b, it will be returning a. If not, it will returning the b. So finally, I will get the big number. maybe say big number. I'll say big is equal to. Let's run this. And when I say big of, I'll say some number 66 comma 55. If I run this, what would be the result I'll be getting? Since 66 is bigger, I'll get 66. If I change it to 155, I'll get 155 as the result. So a lot of just business case we need to think of what operation that you need to do, for what input you need to do. You read the input in variable name called any name, you can have it X, Y, Z, or you can say number 1, comma number 2, comma number 3, or you can say something like maybe score, I mean length, comma breadth, comma, or anything you can take, and you can perform an operation on top of the variable that you are receiving it, and it will be operation will be performed and you will get value returned. So this is how the lambda function on high level it works.
This is for no fixed fixed data, that value. If suppose user supposed to give that their own value, so we request them to type there, and we have to calculate that. That is again is the same thing, right? The programming.
Sorry, could you please come again?
No, this is for fixed value. For example, we are giving that 66 and 155 and all. We are giving that fixed things. Actually, if suppose we are the user, maybe giving that different numbers.
We can get it. We can get it. Like there is a function called input function.
Okay.
I can say, maybe I can say enter first number. The same thing. I'll just copy paste a second number. I can read this is the name. First is equal to and second is equal to, but this will be discussed when we discuss about the input function. The thing is that input function will return as a string. We need to typecast as an integer other when we get the input. Otherwise it will be a string. So that and all we'll be discussing, but quickly I'll just show you how do we take this dynamic way. Okay, after you getting it, you pass that. Maybe what is the name I have? Big of first comma second. What are the name you are reading it? The input. I'm reading the input with first and second. And let's run this. It's saying first number. What number we want to give? I say first number is 35. The second number, I say 10. It's going to return me the biggest number. What is the biggest number is 35. So we'll do like multiple things. We'll see one by one. But input we can get it from the user during the runtime with the help of input function. Maybe whoever from C programming and Java programming, they know the scanf function, right? In place of the scanf, we have the input functions. In Perl programming, we'll use the stdin. Like this is to get the input from the user during the runtime in the Perl programming. Or in Unix, it is a read command, read operators. Wherever it find the read, it will wait for user to enter the input, then we'll read it. But in Python, we use input.
Okay. The PowerShell, it is using that write or something like that.
Yeah. Correct. The similar way, different functions, but in Python, we use the input functions. Okay. So this is how that we use lambda function. The other function, I'll just quickly talk about the map function. What is map function and how does it works? See, map function is nothing but, say, for example, let me open the MS Paint. Okay, guys. Say, let's take this. This is my map function. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to give some values and function. Values could be anything, maybe list of element, I can say. List or sequence of elements I'm going to pass along with the function name. So what it will do, when we call the map function, it will call this function for each and every element. Say here, let's say guys, I'm just passing the value as a, comma, b, comma, c, comma, d. 4 numbers I have, or 5 numbers I have, any number of things. Then what happens when we pass this list of numbers or list of values along with a function, when you pass through the map function, so how it will be doing that? it will be calling this function for each and every value individually. So my result would be, say, the function of, say I'll say instead of function of, I'll put f of. It will be called for f of a, comma f of b. The function will be called for value a, value b, value c. Individually, the function will be called for each and every value. That is how the map is working. Okay. So now, having this understanding, see, when I call the list sequence of element or list of element along with a function, if I pass the map function, the function will be called for each and every element individually. So I'll just quickly show you one example. Say my list is equal to, maybe my list is equal to, or numbers I'll put. Numbers is equal to, I'll put some 5 numbers. Okay. Now what I want to do, if I want to square all the numbers, what I can do, I need to write a lambda function. Obviously, I need to do lambda, read one value at a time and square it. Square is the double star operation, guys. We'll discuss all those. Okay, but this function, if I pass it to the map function takes 2 input. One is the function name, other one is the list of values. This is the function. Okay. So I need to pass the list of values also. So I have the list of values in number. So number has 1 to 5. If I pass this to map function, I'm passing the numbers, sorry, not here. I'm passing the numbers and a function inside the map function. What it will do, it will call this function for each and every values. First time 1 will come, 1 square will be performed and it will be returned. Next time 2 will come, 2 square will be performed and it will be returned. Like that, it will be going through all the elements and finally we'll get the result returned. Since it is more than one element, we will collect as a list of elements and we'll print it. That I'll tell you guys what is list and all. Just, and I can print directly here itself. We don't want to write multiple statement. In one statement, I can achieve all this. So if I run this, you'll see the result. Okay, print spelling mistake. I'm sorry, guys. Print. See, you got it squared. Whatever the way of operation you want to do for individually each and every element, if you want to call the function. So normally, generally, how do you do it in the programming way? We'll do the for loop for each and every number. When you read, we'll pass the value to the function, then we'll get the result. We don't want to go for all those such complex operation or costly operation. It all can be done with one line and easiest way. But here you don't understand what is list or what is map, what is lambda and all those things. That you will be very clear when we come from beginning to at this part. So we'll be covering the topics in a way that, okay, if you have knowledge on this, the next topic would be easy. Like we'll arrange it in such a way that you can make sure that you feel everything is easy to learn, or you could be able to understand all the topics without any confusion. That's what we request all of candidates to join regularly. And if you are missed the class, you'll be shared with the recordings and you can watch the recordings and you can very well do that. Or any particular topics that you have missed out and you are not clear, you can very well clarify that. Even after we completing the training also, if you have any queries or if you particular topics that you still want to attend one more time, you can let us know. On next batch, when we cover the particular topics, we will inform you guys, okay, you requested this topic, we are going to cover the topics in current session, you can join it. We'll share you the URL for that session and you can very well join at free of cost. There is no separate cost for that, for doubt clarification and all. We support you in all the way that we could do that to make you to be an expert in Python, guys. Got it? Any queries on this?
Yeah, great.
Okay, guys. So let me know, like, if you have any queries, or because I mean, we will be covering everything, and I want you all to make a note of this number. Amit Raj is the business for India operations, and he will definitely.
Ramesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do Python integrates with the OpenStack cloud? OpenStack is a private, right? So can we do the automation things with
we can
Python?
do. Yeah, I just did for one company. I mean, for maybe 2-3 weeks before, as a consultant, right? I'm working for different companies. See, this is the company. What I did was, they want to work on, they want to write a program for real-time analytics. When people are entering the values in the real time in the application, we need to get all those values and we need to process it and we need to generate the report. Okay, how it goes, how the trend is currently, and yeah, are we going on the right track or not? How the business goes on particular day, each and every day. They want to generate a report as a graphical way, visualization, and they need to submit it to the business. For that, what did I do was I just created cloud GCP operation. I used GCP for their because they are using GCP cloud on their company. And what I did was I just created a database in GCP. I just made a connections. For that, it has a library for connecting to the GCP. I may need to open the other one. One second. I used Apache Beam also. That's a different concept. See, GCP MySQL is available. Similar to that, we have a AWS Oracle or MySQL or different PostgreSQL or different database. It support for NoSQL also, like MongoDB and Cassandra and HBase. All those things is available. So since I am going to connect to GCP, I took this library. With this library, I got the connector. With the help of connect function, I got the database connection made. Then I got the result done. Let me show you the connect functions. Yes, here I'm doing that. One second. Make connections. Okay, through this. So this is how it gives the library for everything. We cannot say that we don't have some library for in Python. We have everything. There are plenty of library, maybe more than thousands or 10,000s. It's one thing that we need to know, like what library that we need to use. Even if you don't know, Google will very well support us. The next minute when you search in the Google, you will get the corresponding library that is there. I will also teach you guys how do you install the particular library. If you don't have it installed already, I will tell you how to install a library in Python and how do you create a virtual environment to create a separate project. So all those things we'll be discussing on that. Okay.
What will be the cost of this course?
That's what I mean. I'm not authorized to share all this. I request you to contact Amit Rajesh.
Okay. What is the name of the institute actually? This is or is it?
Yes, the name.
I mean, can you?
I'll just write it now. I mean, to all of you, the pronunciation would be different. JOYATRES.
पड़ोस में जाके बोला कि वो दोनों आए हैं, वो लोग गए क्वारंटाइन में या नहीं, क्या है पता नहीं. फिर पड़ोस वाले एंडी ने बोला उनको सबको कि नहीं बोलो
JOYATRES सॉफ्टवेयर सॉल्यूशंस.
कार आए, नहीं तो वो लोग हेल्थ ऑफिसर को फोन करने वाले थे मेरी मम्मी के खिलाफ कंप्लेंट करने के लिए.
What is?
हाँ, not direct पड़ोसी.
Please let me know if you have any queries.
Thank you.
Any queries if you have related to the schedule and course fee and timings and additional support like mock interviews or profile creation support, we'll do that. But I request you to get in touch with Amit and he will clarify everything upfront and we'll take it from there, guys. See, the one guarantee I can tell you, we'll be covering step by step and slowly. We don't rush up anything and we don't skip anything. And we'll clearly explain everything to make you to understand very clearly. And it's all like kind of relevant to each and everything. The topics, you will never feel that you are not able to understand because it's easy technology and we will take you from the beginning to end of the course in a way that you could able to understand in easy way by with the appropriate programming, I mean technical use case or business use case. We'll write a program, we'll give you an assignments and we'll give you the exercise. It's not like one way effort. You also need to parallelly put the effort to becoming a master in Python by following the assignments and exercises. So I expect all our cooperations to work in parallel and submit your project.
Expecting cooperation, work in parallel. Why already?
Guys, any queries?
So Ramesh, one final question. So do you, in your honest opinion, this course can help a data engineer, like for writing like Python in like for file ingestion, transformations, and that sort of stuff?
Yes, yes, yes. The project
Okay.
that I did is for the same data ingestion platform.
Okay.
See, the name I given for this project was DIF, Data Ingestion Platform, a framework, data ingestion framework.
Mm-hmm.
See, everything we can do. For example, let me open a folder called
कि
DIF.
आए हैं और
I
वे
have it here.
क्वारंटाइन जाना है और वो तो पड़ोसियों ने बोला कि नहीं वो लोग नहीं आए हैं
This is a
सिर्फ
data ingestion framework. I submitted the project for a company, and because I engaged with the different companies and I work for them different way. So what is data ingestion framework and how you do all those things we can do. Okay.
Okay, can we use this? Means we have this different infrastructure as code, right? Like we use different application like Terraform. So does Python means we can use that as well, right? For
Yes.
writing infrastructure as a code.
Correct. Yes. You can do like all the facilities.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Is
Yes.
this Python is script language?
It is a programming language, and it is we can say scripting also, because Python is a interpreter language, or it also compiles the code before it get executed. There is a debate. Like some people will say no, it is a interpreter language. Some people will say no, it is a compiler language. But we cannot categorize into one category. It does both. It runs step by step only, but what happened, it interpret line by line as like a shell script and Perl programming. It also execute line by line. We don't compile the project, we don't create any dot class kind of program before we execute it. But the thing is that while executing the program line by line, it internally compile that line and it executes it. It does both.
Interpreter is like executed by line,
yes,
but the compiler is the whole executed by whole line, whole program or whole script.
Correct. See, in Java is the best example for compiler, right? What we do, we'll create a .java class file, and what we do, we .java file, and we'll compile it using Java C, and we'll get .class file created, and that .class file will be loaded into JVM to get it executed. But here we don't do that. It will be executing line by line only. But while it executing one line, first line, it also compile it and execute it. The second line, it compile it and execute it. It does both the activity in parallel simultaneously. So that's what, since it is reading line by line, we say it is an interpreter language, but during the execution it also compiles the code. A line we say is a compiler language also. It's just a big debate. I mean, we cannot categorize into the single category. We have the proof for both. Some people say it's an interpreter because it like execute line by line before it compile as a whole program. Yes, agreed. And some people will say no, during the execution itself it's compiling it because it's compiler language. That also agreed. Okay, that is just concept that it uses.
What is difference between R script or Python script?
See, R and Python, like it's all open source. Both are open source. But R was widely used in machine learning and artificial intelligence for maybe 5 to 10 years before. But Python is much easier than R.
Both are machine language or artificial intelligence language. Which one is? This one is.
See, when you say the machine learning and artificial intelligence, intelligence is a high umbrella. Within that, we have three main category. So two main category. One is the machine learning, other one is natural language processing. So I can show you like this. Where is my MS Paint, guys? Okay, here. If you say, where is the okay? The outer is artificial intelligence. This is AI. Inside AI, we have artificial intelligence getting done with the help of machine learning and NLP. We have two concepts. The subset of artificial intelligence. ML and DL is the subset of artificial intelligence. This is ML and say this is NLP, natural language processing. And we know there is one other technology called deep learning that is the subset of machine learning. So deep learning will fit it here.
Natural language is a M language or different? That one is different.
Natural language processing is a part of subset, a subset of artificial intelligence.
Oh, subset of artificial
Yes,
intelligence.
it has two main division. One is machine learning, other one is natural language processing. Inside machine learning, we have one other subset called deep learning. That's what these three like.
TL is data learning or definition learning?
Deep learning, deep learning.
Oh, deep learning. Okay,
Yes.
understand. Subset of ML.
Yes, yes.
Yes. NLP is a natural languages.
Yes, yes, yes.
Natural language is programming.
Processing.
Process.
And on top we say machine learning. All are called, is part of artificial intelligence.
Okay. All are called and okay, thanks a lot.
No problems. Any queries, guys? Any further queries before we wind up the session? If you have any queries, you can please keep in touch with Amit, who will definitely support us. Please make a note of his number and his name and get in touch with him. He'll share you the information about that scheduling, when it is going to start and what time it will be started on every day. Then he will share the meeting link to all of you once you got the confirmation, guys. Okay, so that's it from me today. If you have any queries, yes, we will clarify. If no queries, thanks all for joining. Then we'll wind up the session. I hope you all make a note of this, and if you have any queries, please let me know. If not, then we'll meet on the day one session. We'll try to start the session maybe in couple of days, maybe 1 or 2 days, or like we will not bring it too delayed. We'll start as soon as possible. Then we'll start the session from day one. Any queries, guys? Shall we wind up?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you all for joining, and we'll meet on session, guys. Thank you very much. I'm just signing off now.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.